Hi, it's Coach Aaron with Athletic Power and Performance. In this video, I'm talking about a diagnostics tool and the training tool I use in order to help athletes get a little bit stronger. And this one was taught to me at the Czech Institute and designed by Paul Czech years ago. It's called the Primal movement patterns. So these are 7 movement patterns that back in the Stone Age we needed for survival. Yet we still need these today in order to actually function properly. And these 7 primal movement patterns are squat, bend, lunge, push, pull, twist, and the 3 levels of gait, which are walking, jogging, and sprinting. So how I use these to determine if someone is functional or not, if someone has some sort of functional issues that they're not quite functional, is if they can do these primal movement patterns at the primal level. So just for instance, an unweighted squat, everyone should be able to do that. If they can't, then there's a deficiency there. The same with being able to bend, be able to push, such as a push-up, being able to pull in some sort of rowing motion, being able to twist, and twist is probably the one that's needed most throughout all activities. And then the other ones I didn't do were the lunge, and then obviously walking, jogging, and sprinting mechanics. Obviously not everyone needs to sprint, but when we're talking about athletes, most athlete needs to sprint at some point. Now when I'm talking about the ascended pattern specific for a sport, I'm going to use, since we're on a baseball field here, we got the diamond in the background, I'm going to use a baseball pitcher to talk about 3 specific patterns that a pitcher needs more than the average fielder or someone like that. So the 3 main patterns a pitcher needs more so than the average person out there is they need to be able to do a lunge. So a stepping lunge, they need to be able to do a twist, so twisting their body, and then they're going to push the ball through that motion. So they need to be able to do a single arm push. So this is an ascended movement pattern above primal because they're having to step through, they're twisting as they're moving, and then they're pushing the ball through with a single arm as they're doing the other 2 movement patterns. So this is a way I look at different athletes and how I need to ascend or descend or different things like that based on the specific needs of their specific sport and their position itself. So in short, anywhere where an athlete is deficient in any of the primal movement patterns, especially the ones that they really need specific for their sport and their position, this is one of the first steps I want to look at to improve, strengthen, correct, so that they can have a more productive sports life. Because when they don't have the proper development in their primal movement patterns, what's going to happen is their performance is going to go down, plus they're actually going to risk a potential injury.